Chapter 9. We run from four guys in skirts. So yeah, our cat was a goddess. What else is new? She didn't give us much time to talk about it. She ordered me to the library to grab my dad's magic kit, and when I came back she was arguing with Sadie about Khufu and Philip. We have to search for them, Sadie insisted. They'll be fine, said Bast. However, we will not be unless we leave now. I raised my hand. Excuse me, Miss Goddess Lady? Amos told us the house was safe? Bast snorted. Carter, the defenses were too easily breached. Someone sabotaged them. What do you mean? Who? Only a magician of the house could have done it. Another magician? I asked. Why would another magician want to sabotage Amos's house? Oh, Carter, said Bast. So young. So innocent. Magicians are devious creatures. Could be a million reasons why one would backstab another, but we don't have time to discuss it. Now, come on. She grabbed our arms and led us out the front door. She'd sheathed her knives, but she still had some wicked sharp claws for fingernails that hurt as soon as they dug into my skin. As soon as we stepped outside, the cold wind stung my eyes. We climbed down a long flight of metal stairs into the industrial yard that surrounded the factory. Dad's workbag was heavy on my shoulder. The curved sword I'd strapped across my back felt cold against my thin linen clothes. I started to sweat during the Serpapart attack, and now my perspiration felt like it was turning to ice. I looked around for more monsters. The yard seemed abandoned. Old construction equipment lay in rusting heaps, a bulldozer, a crane with a wrecking ball, a couple of cement mixers. Piles of sheet metal and stacks of crates made a maze of obstacles between the house and the street a few hundred yards away. We were about halfway across the yard when an old gray tomcat stepped in our path. One of his ears was torn. His left eye was swollen shut. Judging from his scars, he spent most of his life fighting. Bass crouched and stared at the cat. He looked up at her calmly. Thank you, Bass said. The old tomcat trotted off toward the river. What was that about? Sadie asked. One of my subjects offering help. He'll spread the news about our predicament. Soon every cat in New York will be on alert. He was so battered, Sadie said. If he's your subject, couldn't you heal him? And take away his marks of honor? A cat's battle scars are part of his identity. I couldn't... Suddenly Bass tensed. She dragged us behind a stack of crates. What is it? I whispered. She flexed her wrists and her knives slid into her hands. She peeped over the top of the crates, every muscle in her body trembling. I tried to see what she was looking at, but there was nothing except the old wrecking ball crane. Bass' mouth twitched with excitement. Her eyes were fixed on the huge metal ball. I'd seen kittens look like that when they stalked catnip toy mice or pieces of string, or rubber balls? No. Bass was an ancient goddess. Surely she wouldn't. This could be it. She shifted her weight. Stay very, very still. There's no one there, Sadie hissed. I started to say, Bass lunged over the crates. She flew 30 feet through the air, knives flashing, and landed on the wrecking ball with such force that she broke the chain. The cat goddess and the huge metal sphere were smashed into the dirt and went rolling across the yard. Ow! Bass wailed. The wrecking ball rolled straight over her, but she didn't appear hurt. She leapt off and pounced again. Her knife sliced through the metal like wet clay. Within seconds, the wrecking ball was reduced to a mound of scrapes. Bass sheathed her blades. Safe now. Sadie and I looked at each other. You saved us from a metal bowl, Sadie said. You never know, Bass said. It could have been hostile. Just then a deep boom shook the ground. I looked back at the mansion. Tendrils of blue fire curled from the top windows. Come on, Bass said. Our time is up. I thought maybe she'd whisk us off by magic or at least hail a taxi. Instead, Bass borrowed a silver Lexus convertible. Oh, yes, she purred. I like this one. Come along, children. But this isn't yours, I pointed out. My dear, I'm a cat. Everything I see is mine. She touched the ignition and the keyhole sparked. The engine began to purr. No, Sadie, not like a cat, like an engine. Bast, I said. You can't just... Sadie elbowed me. We'll work out how to return it later, Carter. Right now we've got an emergency. She pointed back toward the mansion. Blue flames and smoke now billowed from every window. But that wasn't the scary part. Coming down the stairs were four men carrying a large box, like an oversized coffin with long handles sticking out at both ends. The box was covered with a black shroud and looked big enough for at least two bodies. The four men were only kilts and sandals. Their coppery skin glinted in the sun as if made of metal. Oh, that's bad, Bass said. In the car, please. I decided to not ask questions. Sadie beat me to the shotgun seat, so I climbed in the back. The four metallic guys with the box were racing across the yard, coming straight for us at an unbelievable speed. Before I even had my seatbelt on, Bass hit the gas. We tore through the streets of Brooklyn, weaving insanely through traffic, riding over sidewalks, narrowly missing pedestrians. Bass drove with reflexes that were, well, cat-like. Any human trying to drive so fast would have had a dozen wrecks, but she got us safely on the Williamsburg Bridge. I thought for sure we must have lost our pursuers, but when I looked back, the four copper men with the black box were weaving in and out of traffic. They appeared to be jogging at a normal pace, but they passed cars that were doing 50. Their bodies blurred like choppy images in an old movie, as if they were out of sync with the regular stream of time. What are they? I asked. Shabti? No. Carriers. Bass glanced in the rearview mirror. Someone straight from the duat. They'll stop at nothing to find their victims. Throw them in the sedan.
The what?
Sadie interrupted. The large box, Bass said. It's a kind of carriage. The carriers capture you, beat you senseless, throw you in, and carry you back to their master. They never lose their prey, and they never give up.
But what do they want us for?
Trust me, Bass growled. You don't want to know.
I thought about the fiery man last night in Phoenix, how he'd fried one of his servants into a grease spot. I was pretty sure I didn't want to meet him face to face again.
Bast, I said. If you're a goddess, can't you just snap your fingers and incinerate those guys, or wave your hand and teleport us away? Wouldn't that be nice? But my powers in this host is limited.
You mean Muffin? Sadie asked. But you're not a cat anymore.
She's still my host, Sadie. My anchor on this side of the duat. And a very imperfect one. Your call for help allowed me to assume human shape, but that alone takes a great deal of power. Besides, even when I'm in a powerful host, Set's magic is stronger than mine.
Could you please say something I actually understand? I pleaded.
Carter, we don't have time for a full discussion on gods and hosts and the limits of magic. We have to get you to safety.
Bass floored the accelerator and shot up the middle of the bridge. The 4 carriers with the sedan raced after us, blurring the air as they moved, but no cars swerved to avoid them. No one panicked or even looked at them. How can people not see them? I said. Don't they notice 4 copper men in skirts running up the bridge with a weird black box? Bass shrugged.
Cats can hear many sounds you can't. Some animals see things in the ultraviolet spectrum that are invisible to humans. Magic is similar. Did you notice the mansion when you first arrived?
Well, no.
And you are born to magic, Bass said. Imagine how hard it would be for a regular mortal.
Born to magic? I remembered what Amos had said about our family being in the House of Life for a long time. If magic, runs in the family, why haven't I ever been able to do it before? Bass smiled in the mirror.
Your sister understands.
Sadie's ears turned red.
No, I don't. I still can't believe you're a goddess. All these years you've been eating crutchy treats, sleeping on my head. I made a deal with your father, Bass said. He let me remain in the world as long as I assumed a minor form, a normal house cat, so I could protect and watch over you. It was the least I could do after...
She stopped abruptly. A horrible thought occurred to me. My stomach fluttered, and it had nothing to do with how fast we were going. After Among's death? I guessed. Bass stared straight ahead out the windshield. That's it, isn't it? I said. Dad and Mom did some kind of magic ritual at Cleopatra's Needle, and something went wrong, and our Mom died, and they released you.
That's not important right now, Bass said. The point is I agreed to look after Sadie, and I will.
She was hiding something, I was sure of it, but her tone made it clear that the subject was closed.
If you gods are so powerful and helpful, I said, why does the House of Life forbid magicians from summoning you?
Bass swerved into the fast lane.
Magicians are paranoid. Your best hope is to stay with me. We'll get as far away as possible from New York. Then we'll help and challenge Set.
What help? Sadie asked. Bass raised an eyebrow.
Why, we'll summon more gods, of course.